Our planet is always moving. It spins around its axis like a basketball on a player's finger. This rotation is constant and powerful. It's what gives us day and night. We don't feel it, but we are moving at an incredible speed. At the equator, the Earth spins at about 1,000 miles per hour. Think about how fast a car travels on a highway. Now imagine moving 3 times faster. That's how fast the Earth spins. This rotation is a fundamental part of our planet's existence. It influences everything from our weather patterns to the shape of our oceans. But what if it stopped? What if, suddenly, the Earth's rotation came to a halt? The consequences would be devastating. It would be a global catastrophe unlike anything our planet has ever seen. Let's explore what might happen if this unimaginable event were to occur. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling something strange. You sense an unusual stillness in the air, a quiet that feels almost unnatural. The sun is frozen in the sky, hanging there as if time itself has stopped. It's not rising as it normally does. You step outside, confused, trying to make sense of this bizarre phenomenon. The birds have stopped singing, their usual morning chorus replaced by an eerie silence. The air is eerily still, not a single leaf rustling, not a breath of wind. The world seems to be holding its breath, as if waiting for something to happen. This is the day the Earth stood still, a moment frozen in time. At first it might seem peaceful, even beautiful, like a serene painting come to life. But this stillness is a harbinger of disaster, a calm before the storm. The Earth's rotation is not just a celestial dance, it's a force of nature that dictates life as we know it. It governs the cycles of day and night, the flow of the oceans, and the patterns of the weather. Without it, our planet would become a chaotic and unrecognizable place, with weather patterns thrown into disarray. The immediate effects would be felt around the globe, disrupting ecosystems and human societies alike. From the oceans to the atmosphere, the sudden halt would unleash a cascade of catastrophic events. The seas would rage with unprecedented fury, and the skies would darken with violent storms. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis would reshape the planet's surface, causing widespread destruction. The familiar landscape would be transformed into an alien terrain, a world unrecognizable from the one we know. This scenario may seem like the plot of a science fiction film, but the science behind it is very real. The forces that keep our planet spinning are delicate and finely balanced. Understanding what could happen if the Earth stopped spinning helps us appreciate the delicate balance of our planet and the forces that shape our existence. It reminds us of the intricate and fragile nature of the world we live in and the importance of preserving it for future generations. To understand the impact of a sudden stop, we need to consider momentum. Momentum is the tendency of a moving object to stay in motion. The Earth has a lot of momentum due to its constant rotation. If it were to suddenly stop, everything on its surface would still be moving. Imagine a car speeding down a highway. Suddenly the driver slams on the brakes. The passengers inside will continue moving forward with the same speed the car was traveling. They would be thrown violently against their seatbelts. This is inertia, a concept closely related to momentum, in action. Now picture the Earth as that speeding car. Everything on its surface, including us, buildings, and even the air, is moving with it. If the Earth were to stop, everything would continue moving eastward at incredible speeds. This sudden shift in momentum would be catastrophic. Buildings would crumble. Trees would be uprooted. Oceans would surge across continents. The Earth's surface would experience forces unlike anything in human history. It would be like experiencing thousands of earthquakes simultaneously, all across the globe. Section 4. Mega tsunamis and shifting oceans. Water doesn't like to be rushed. One of the most dramatic consequences of the Earth's sudden stop would be the impact on our oceans. The oceans, which cover over 70% of the Earth's surface, hold an immense amount of water. This water is in constant motion, driven by the Earth's rotation and the gravitational pull of the Moon. The oceans cover over 70% of the Earth's surface and hold a massive amount of water. This water is constantly moving due to the Earth's rotation, creating currents that regulate our climate and weather patterns. This water is constantly moving due to the Earth's rotation. Ocean currents, driven by this rotation, play a crucial role in distributing heat around the planet, influencing weather systems and marine life. If the Earth stopped spinning, this water would keep moving. The inertia of the water would cause it to surge forward, creating waves of unimaginable size and power. The momentum from the Earth's spin would cause the oceans to surge forward, creating mega tsunamis unlike anything we've ever seen. These waves would dwarf any natural disaster we've experienced in recorded history. These tsunamis wouldn't be like the ones we see in disaster movies. They would be far more catastrophic, with waves reaching heights that defy imagination. They would be far larger and more destructive. The sheer volume of water moving at such high speeds would obliterate anything in its path. Imagine a wall of water, miles high, sweeping across entire continents. The force of such a wave would be enough to reshape coastlines and alter the geography of the land. Coastal cities would be completely submerged in an instant. The infrastructure, buildings, and lives within these cities would be lost to the overwhelming power of the water. The interior of continents wouldn't be spared either. The water would travel far inland, flooding areas that are currently far from any ocean. The force of the water would carve new waterways, reshaping the Earth's surface. Rivers would be redirected, valleys would be formed, and new lakes would appear where none existed before. But the changes wouldn't stop there. The redistribution of water would have long-term effects on the planet's geography and ecosystems. The Earth's rotation also plays a key role in how the oceans are distributed. The centrifugal force caused by the spin creates a bulge of water around the equator, maintaining a balance in the distribution of the oceans. The centrifugal force caused by the spin creates a bulge of water around the equator. This bulge is a result of the outward force exerted by the Earth's rotation, which keeps the water evenly distributed. If the Earth stopped spinning, this bulge would redistribute, causing massive flooding in some areas and exposing vast areas of ocean floor in others. The sudden shift in water would lead to dramatic changes in sea levels, with some regions experiencing unprecedented flooding, while others would see their coastlines recede, revealing land that has been underwater for millennia. Section 5. Global windstorms. Imagine a hurricane that never ends. The atmosphere would also react violently to the Earth's sudden stop. The air, like the oceans, is in constant motion due to the Earth's rotation. The difference in speed between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere would create unimaginable windstorms. Imagine winds stronger than any hurricane, circling the globe at supersonic speeds. These winds would scour the Earth's surface, tearing down anything in their path. Forests would be flattened, deserts would be reshaped as sand and dust are blown across continents. The dust and debris lifted into the atmosphere would further contribute to the chaos. The air would become thick with particles, making it difficult to breathe and blocking out the sun. The planet would be plunged into a perpetual twilight. These windstorms wouldn't be isolated events. They would rage across the globe, relentlessly reshaping the planet's surface. The Earth's atmosphere is a complex and interconnected system. A sudden stop in rotation would disrupt this system, creating a chaotic and uninhabitable environment. Section 6. Day and night. From 24 hours to 365 days. The most obvious change we would experience is in the cycle of day and night. This cycle, which we often take for granted, is fundamental to life on Earth. Currently, the Earth completes one full rotation on its axis every 24 hours, giving us our day-night cycle. This rotation is what creates the rhythm of life, influencing everything from our sleep patterns to the behavior of plants and animals. If the Earth stopped rotating, one side would face the sun constantly, while the other would be shrouded in perpetual darkness. This would drastically alter the environment and the way life exists on our planet. Imagine one hemisphere baked by the relentless heat of the sun for 6 months straight. The constant exposure to sunlight would lead to extreme temperatures, far beyond what we experience today. Temperatures would soar to unimaginable levels, making life unsustainable. The intense heat would not only affect the land, but also the atmosphere, potentially causing severe weather patterns and storms. The oceans would boil away, and the land would be scorched. Water, a vital resource for all living beings, would become scarce, leading to a crisis for all forms of life. On the opposite side of the Earth, perpetual darkness would bring its own set of challenges. The absence of sunlight would create a cold, inhospitable environment. Without sunlight, plants would be unable to photosynthesize, leading to a collapse of the food chain. This would have a domino effect, impacting herbivores and subsequently carnivores. Temperatures would plummet, freezing the land and oceans. The cold would be so intense that it would be impossible for most life forms to survive. This stark division between day and night would create two extreme environments, each hostile to life as we know it. The balance that currently exists would be completely disrupted. The Earth's rotation is crucial for distributing the sun's energy evenly across the planet. This even distribution is what allows for the diverse climates and ecosystems we have today. Without it, our planet would become a world of two extremes. One side would be a scorching desert, while the other would be a frozen wasteland. The delicate balance that supports life would be lost, and Earth would become a planet of extremes, uninhabitable for most forms of life.